All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and softball fans from around the world, welcome to the beautiful Dog Pound live on the campus of Melbourne High School for regional quarterfinal softball action between the Melbourne Bulldogs and the Dwyer Panthers. Caleb Brown here, along with Daryl Durand, who will give you all the play-by-play of tonight's action. And folks, it is a heavily if you're Melbourne, what more can you say? 27-0. They are trying to complete the perfect season. And as far as our research has gone, Alan and I have been doing some digging, and we cannot find an undefeated softball team that has gone the complete 32-0 and won a to win this state championships. Now again, if anyone knows Alan and I, we will continue digging and digging to make sure that is crystal. But to our research and to our knowledge, Melbourne is chasing history. And you know what? We're happy to be along for that ride. Before we get going with anything, I want to make sure I talk about tonight's sponsor, Custom Cabinet by FADI. Huh? Okay. Tonight's game is sponsored by Custom Cabinetry by Fatty. He's simply the best. For the best residential and commercial kitchen and bath cabinetry, call Fatty. Office number is 321-242-9242 or reach Fatty by cell at 321-698-3584.
And real quick, Caleb, if you do want to check out some of his work, he just got done doing the new Jimmy Hulas that just opened up there on the old Pineda Grill. So he just did all the cabinets there.
That is awesome. Well, there you go. BSN thanks Fatty for their support of youth and prep sports in Brevard County and the Melbourne Bulldogs softball. Again, any information you want is on the bottom of your screen in giant letters tonight. 27-0 record and ranked number 4 in the state of Florida. Only ranked, the Melbourne Bulldogs, only ranked the number 5 team in the country. I mean, listen, this team is everything is advertised. And Alan and I talked about it the other night during our Vieira baseball broadcast. We here on BSN would love nothing more than to see Melbourne and Vieira reach a regional final, and it'd be an all Brevard County regional final. But there is another matchup we also wouldn't mind seeing in a regional final. If it's not Vieira, the rematch between Melbourne and Bartow, Oxley versus Francik. But before we get to any of that, we got to get through this one. And look, the Dwyer Panthers, they are a young team this year. Their top pitcher is a sophomore. Their 2 pitchers are a sophomore and a freshman. There's only 1 senior on this Dwyer team. Now, that is amazing for making it to this point. And we'll see what that young team does. For Dwyer, this can be a learning experience on all levels. This is something a lot of these kids may not have gone into. And we're going to stop for a moment of silence and the national anthem. When we come back, first pitch here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right. As we ready, blast across the PA system here, I'll tell you what. Gonna get a chance to see the Dwyer Panther lineup. Yes. Hey, Blue, what's your good side? you can be funny. Again, Dwyer comes in as a very young team, just one senior on the roster, batting 253 as a team. Their team leaders, number 34, Sierra Cook, comes in batting a 367 with 29 hits and 2 home runs. And Alyssa Dover comes in batting 271 with 19 hits. Pitching leaders in the circle, we should see junior Kylie Guthrie, and we'll give you her stats when she comes in the circle. But in the circle for the Melbourne Bulldogs, just finished her final warm-up pitch. It's Jazzy Francik, 24-0 this season, a .20 ERA, 5 no-hitters, 3 perfect games, 158 innings pitched, 37 hits, 5 earned runs, 18 walks, and 368 Ks. Batters are batting just 0.72 against her. And now to give you the play-by-play, here's Daryl Durand.
Caleb, thank you very much, and welcome to Brevard Sports Network. A good game up here tonight between Dwyer Panthers and the Melbourne Bulldogs, and we're going to have the first pitch, and there she goes. In there for a strike. Strike one to the batter.
The first batter is number 6. 26, check that.
26, Haley Taylor.
Thank you.
She's pitching for Dwyer tonight. 1-2 count to the batter. I'd like to welcome everybody into the broadcast tonight here at the Dog Pound.
The freshman comes in batting 269 with 7 hits and 8 RBIs. So someone who can make contact.
Ball on the outside corner. Jazzy trying to hit that outside corner to start this game. Going to be 2 balls, 1 strike.
Last time we saw Jazzy in a stellar performance, the strike zone was a bit squeezed on her. Well, just on both pitchers in general.
And a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 the count. Top of the first inning. This game is brought to you by Custom Cabinetry by Fatty Canazzi. Looking for some good cabinetry, go check out Jimmy Hula's. He just did all the cabinets in that establishment. Very nice guy, and thank you, Mr. Fatty, for your sponsorship of the game tonight. And a swing and a miss. Strike 1 on the night for number 11 FSU commit Jazzy Francik. And the Dogs have 1 out in the top of the first.
That is now strikeout 369 on the season.
Thank you, Mr. Caleb, and he will have all the 1s and 2s on the stats for me, as I'm going to have the play-by-play and my yellow pad for your score tonight. So, Caleb, thank you for what you're doing behind the camera. And next at bat is Alyssa Dover, the left fielder.
Dover comes in batting 271 as she looks at strike 1.
Strike called there.
She comes in batting 271 with 19 hits.
Melbourne in all white tonight. Dwyer in the gray and white up at the plate. And taken all the way. Beautiful pitch down Broadway there by number 11. 0-2 the count. Look for Miss Jazzy maybe to try to get her to chase out of the zone ahead in the count here. And folks, hopefully you don't get any of this wind that's coming off the coast and the mics tonight.
We got good equipment here.
And with the change on the outside corner, Blue's not liking that outside so far tonight. Jazzy's trying to hit it a few times and been called all balls.
If that ends up being his consistent strike zone, then Jazzy.
She'll move it in. She'll work where
Yeah.
she needs to. And another swing and a miss. Number 2 on the night. 2 up, 2 down. Coming to the plate, number 34, Sierra Cook, the center fielder, Sierra Cook.
There we go. Sierra Cook comes in leading the team in batting average at 367 with 29 hits on the year. Again, leading the team in hits and batting average.
And way far behind in that one. Caleb, I can tell you, I don't mind the breeze tonight. I've been working in the heat all week, and especially in the lawn and garden center today where it was 15 more degrees hotter. So don't mind the breeze off the old East Coast here, but it is blowing in about 15. Ooh, trying to get her to chase up out of the zone there. Good composure at the plate for Miss Cook. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down here in the top of the first. Score 0-0 here at the Dog Pound. Got her right there, another swing. 1-1, 1-2. I knew it was 2. I don't know why I said 1. I just watched the. I tell you, I lose a couple chromosomes, in the sun.
Oh, so it's the sun you'll blame.
Yeah, it is today. Woo! Good looking belt high pitch there. Just missed on that inside corner.
Cook was getting some instructions from her third base, from the head skipper.
I haven't heard that one in a while. Good one there, Caleb.
It's Matt Bodenheimer. I believe it's how it's pronounced.
Ooh, called strike 3. That rise ball got her. So 1, 2, 3. Jazzy Francik and the Melbourne Bulldogs ain't playing around in the top of 1. No runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the first, all tied at 0. All right, folks, and welcome back to this playoff softball here at the Dog Pound. Maddie Preto, third base, now up for your Lady Dogs. In the on-deck circle is Miss Strike Zone, Riley McKella. Your shortstop had a great defensive game last time we were here, Caleb. Let's see if she can get her bat going tonight. Preto did have a couple RBIs last time when they won the district. I'll let you do all your P's and Q's, I call it.
Preto comes in batting .302 with 26 hits on the year.
And a dribbler down third base. She's going to be 0-2. She's got to protect up there now. Preto's been a good leadoff batter for the Dogs this season. Try to get her to chase on that floater. Good composure up there by Maddie. 1-2 the count.
And in the circle for the Panthers, again, that's Kylie Guthrie. That one is high. Guthrie comes in with a 4.97 ERA. Comes in with a 6-5 record in 16 appearances. She is a junior.
Two and two to count. And whatever she's trying to pitch there just cannot get down in the zone, and it's going to go full to Preto, the third baseman for the Bulldogs. So Dwyer's got to come at Preto now through three of the same pitches. And the fourth one, same one, and she's going to walk on balls. Melbourne gets the lead off on.
And I'm going to go ahead and steal Alan's line. Alan has a statistic that statistically, when the leadoff batter gets on base, 68% of the time they come around to cross home plate.
Well, Caleb, I promise this young lady up at the plate, if it helps her hit me tonight, she can. So watch out for the foul ball. Mid strike zone now at the plate, Riley McKella. And she takes it to left. It's going to get over her. Maddie's going to get to three. She's going to go home. And McKella, under the tag. And McKella goes to left field, doesn't hit us, and gets an RBI single.
What an RBI single. Now the Prado got under the tag, but let me give credit to the left fielder. Daryl, can you remind me who's in left field for Dwyer, please?
1 second, sir.
Because she deserves credit. That was an amazing
Dover
with a throw. Listen, that throw couldn't have been any more perfect. Prado just got under the tag, but Dover with an amazing throw from out in left field to get to home plate.
Jazzy Francik now at the plate for the Dogs. Belt high, taking strike one. The Kaiser commit out there on second, looking to get down to third. The FSU commit at the plate, trying to bring her home. Take strike two there. 0-2 the count. Looks like Jazzy didn't like that one.
Oh.
So 0-2 to number 11, Miss Jazzy of the Melbourne Bulldogs. She's going to be smart up there. Dwyer set to deliver and gets it out of the zone. And the same thing happened last time when Prado was at bat. Dwyer tried to go out of the zone, went out of the zone 4 times in a row, but let's see what the pitcher does this go around. McKella at second. FSU commit in the plate. And she takes it. It gets over her head. McKella's going to score. And the FSU commit gets a stand-up double. And I'm kind of amazed, Caleb, with this wind blowing in, both of those balls would have been out by that old black trailer out there, I think, And I wouldn't mind them hitting it, putting a couple more dents in the trailer, but it's fine with me. But
as long as they don't knock out those backlights, right?
Nah, they're still not. This thing ain't working, Caleb. Hush. But so that's going to be the end of the night for the pitcher for Dwyer.
That was and look, it was going to be a tough night regardless. This Melbourne lineup is absolutely deadly. Coming into tonight, Melbourne is batting .325 as a team with a total of 225 hits up to this point and 13 home runs with 39 doubles. So we've had 2 doubles, right?
Yes, two stand-up doubles and a walk.
So that pushes it to 41 doubles on the season.
Coming in the pitch is Haley Taylor for Dwyer.
I will get you the numbers on Taylor. Haley Taylor comes in with 11 appearances. She has a 2.5 ERA. She is 1-1. on the season. So, and I believe this is the freshman. Yes, it is. Haley
I mean,
Taylor, the freshman.
and those are two solid hits. Like I said, those would have been yard if this 15-mile-an-hour wind wasn't blowing in. And playing in the outfield, you're gonna play with the wind. You're expecting it to, but Melbourne's just hitting them so fat and getting them over their heads, and that's how they got the stand-up doubles.
Look, and for Guthrie, again, she couldn't find the top of that strike zone. That's where she was trying to get to that top of the strike zone. And honestly, that's smart against this Melbourne lineup. Try to get them chasing up high, try to throw them off a little bit. But you go up 0-2. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're fine. You're absolutely correct there, Caleb. And now at the plate, senior Alicia Thompson, number 8. You're gonna have 1, 2, 3. Call. Is that a strike or no? Because he put his hand up. They're gonna call a strike. So 0-1 to count. Looked a little low, but 0-1. So you got 4 seniors up to bat right now for Melbourne. And another one. It's drilled. Left center field. It's going to be another double. They're just hitting doubles. And Hurd in for the Bulldogs. And Thompson at second.
Hurd came in as a pinch runner for Jazzy, and she'll make it across the plate tonight. And she's got a proud mama over here who does phenomenal photography for the Melbourne Bulldogs.
And Hannah Harris is going to come in and run for Thompson, so Thompson can get her gear on. Dwyer ain't pitching back, Caleb.
No.
I'm not taking nothing away, but they're leaving them belt high.
Well,
you can't leave them belt high on a great hitting Melbourne Bulldog team.
You can't. And right now they're kind of trying to adjust to this umpire's strike zone. He doesn't seem to like the top of the strike zone or much of the corners, so they try to bring him down a bit, and unfortunately
they're leaving him right there belt, and once again belt high for a strike. And at the plate, senior Alyssa Arnold, first base.
Arnold comes in batting .390 for the Bulldogs with 15 RBIs and only 30 hits.
Ooh, she reached for that one early. She knows she should have hung back on that. Me and her dad used to play slow pitch, and we'd reach for him and strike out a couple times, so I know what she's feeling on that. I mean, Wes struck out more than I did.
Sure.
A little poke there. Right into right field. Runner's going to be on the corners. Nice poke there by Miss Arnold. 3 hits in a row for the Bulldogs, Caleb.
Again, potent lineup.
Potent. And right now, you got a freshman coming to the plate. And that's why I think Dwyer is going to take time. You got a freshman coming to the plate. Tied in home runs with Alicia Thompson, a senior. I mean, the strength that she has, the wind's blown in 15, gusting at 20. She can put it out there in the truck brigade.
Oh, yes.
Tonight. I have no doubt in my mind. So, if the truck brigade's watching, you catch it, maybe we'll buy you a steak or something. But I heard they're cooking steaks, so. Just for the best camera crew.
Yeah.
I had to work that in the deal.
And I appreciate that. And again, head skipper Matt Bodenheimer coming in, kind of trying to settle his team down. Hey, look, relax, play your ball. Let's make our adjustments, and let's go get them.
No outs in the first inning. Runners on their corners, and freshman Lena Ayala now at the plate for Melbourne.
Again, this Dwyer team is so young.
Ooh, that cut. Foul ball, but Caleb, that swing and cut.
Yeah, well,
she knew what she was looking for, but it went the opposite way.
Yeah, but again, when you're trying to hit those balls high, that wind's going to catch you.
It is.
You want to try to get more of those.
You got to go right through it.
Yeah, you got to try to a line drive homer, not necessarily launching a rocket.
And Arnold's going to be down at second, so now runners in scoring position. Lena Ayala, she's dangerous at the plate.
we've seen her hit one into the wind and right over here in right field in the district semifinal.
Good eye there by the freshman. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs, 3 runs across the board for the Bulldogs here in the first. Turner on the on-deck circle. And a nice rip down the third base line. Good coverage there by the left fielder, Dover. And Lena's going to take the overthrow and get to second, and Melbourne's going to have 2 across the board. 5-0 Bulldogs. So Lena's going to be down to second on an error. And Arnold will score on an error.
Yeah, I want to say yes. So that's 1 RBI, and then the score on the
Correct.
throwing error.
Turner bunts down to third base. Beautiful bunt. Her foot is off the bag, and she is safe. And Dwyer's not paying attention.
I wouldn't say that it's not them not paying attention.
Luckily, the catcher stayed home because a lot of them were coming over the first, and they kept Ayala on third. So that was a nice bunt by Turner. Look for her to get down on Cottrell at the plate now. And Turner will go, no throw. So Cottrell now has the ability to bring in 2. And another clutch hitter in the 8th spot.
You know, Cottrell comes in batting. She came in tonight batting .219, but this looks like it might be a good game to add some points there to that batting order or batting average.
Still no outs in the inning. Runners at second and third. Cottrell at the plate and Berkmeyer on deck.
She has 11 RBIs with 12 and 13 currently sitting on second and third.
And again, takes ball right at the chin. 3-0. You know she's going to have the red light on right now. Lefty Berkmeyer ready to come to the plate. And takes 4 balls, and the bases are going to be juiced. Playing center field, number 7, Ashley Berkmeyer.
Okay, can I use your phone to check the page? No, I just want to check it. Wow. And back in the circle is going to go Guthrie. All right. Oh, okay, good. So Kylie Guthrie comes back in, subbing back into the circle. Score is still 5-0.
5-0. Bases juiced here for Melbourne.
Again, and I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I don't care.
When
this Dwyer team is so young. There is 1 senior on this squad.
And I'm not taking nothing away from him.
No.
You know, the same thing with O'Galley. O'Galley's young over there. Coach is doing a great job over there with that squad. They ruled Rockledge and getting in the second round of the playoffs. So if you're in O'Galley,
that was unexpected last night. I'm not gonna lie. You know, Alan.
You know, Coach Gabe's done a great job.
Oh, no.
I know him personally, and you know, I had O'Galley winning, but like you said, not by that big. But they came out, and the same thing Melbourne's doing here. They came out, they're getting their hits, getting on base, and hopefully getting out of this game quick and getting on in the second round.
Well, Daryl, if it doesn't happen, just understand there might be a punch coming to your shoulder.
I'll take your stick away.
Good luck.
Berkmeyer now at the plate and looking to bunt. with number 2, Maddie, playing third base on the on-deck circle. No outs here in the bottom of the first.
And everyone understand that was a joke. I would never put hands on Montero. He's a good guy, and we're glad to have him here on the Brevard Sports Network.
And once again, thank you to Custom Cabinetry by Fhsaa right there, located in Melbourne by the Amazon building that sits vacant.
All right.
And a little pop out of play just to give everyone a landmark if they ever want to go and see some work at his office. Just give him a call. But Custom Cabinetry by Fhsaa does a great job. I mean, from low end to high end, he's got a little bit of everything. And trying to push that, and pushes it foul. And Coach Dan's over there. You got to drive that through with this win. I know what you're trying to do, but
there aren't going to be many easy slappers.
No, I mean
you got to drive that ball into this.
If you're a righty, you can easily slap it to right field, but as a lefty and the wind blowing in, no.
Just got to drive it, put it somewhere.
And now they got the left fielder playing in. They got actually everybody playing in here. Ball out of the zone there. 3-2, full count.
Again, Berkmeyer came in batting .250 with 14 hits. She's got a couple RBIs all around.
And, right to the pitcher. Run will score. She's going to be safe at first. Pitcher bobbles it there. So Berkmeyer is going to reach on an error. Run's going to score on an error. So if you're scoring at home, that's an E1.
Well, no, with the way she was going to go to first regardless. So the run still counts as the RBI.
Okay.
She'll get the RBI, but yes, we'll reach first base on the error.
Thank you, statistic, Caleb.
Hey, look, I'm trying to save you from the parents who will come.
Damn, what the fuck?
Daryl over here getting thrown off the bench that he's standing on. They're trying to help one of the best cameramen in Brevard County, Craig Bailey, who showed up to take pictures. There's a lot of maneuvering going on behind the camera that you don't see, and probably for the best of everyone. That one low.
And Maddie Preto now at the...
So Melbourne is officially batted around. No outs, 7-0.
Yeah,
I will change the scoreboard after this at bat.
And Cottrell's going to come in. So Cottrell's in.
All right.
Turner scores and Elena scores. Berkmeyer's over at third. All right, I think I got everything. Back up the date.
Yeah. So Melbourne is officially batted around.
Preto waiting on her pitch. 8-0 Bulldogs now. 3-1 to number 2 at the plate.
And again, I'm not going to lie, this is a tough spot for Dwyer's pitching. They are running into.
And is it going to drop? Nice catch out there by Dover and left. Coming in on it.
Dover, I'm glad we got that on camera because that was an excellent dive and catch made in foul territory to get out number 1 here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, and with the Kaiser commit now coming to the plate to try to get another RBI on the night. Got to stand up double earlier in the inning. And McKella now at the plate. The Kaiser commit. And she's trying to take out Coach Dan over there. I told her, Caleb, if she needed to come to the right field, she could take me out. It's all right. You know, I could use a day off. But she chose Coach Dan.
But you see, Coach Dan, the athletic man that he is. Just
Oh, he's agile as an antelope over there. Coming to right, coming to right. Fair ball just inside the line. Raleigh's going to get all the way to third.
What a throw.
Nice little piece of hitting there by McKella, getting hit on the line and scoring the RBI.
That's an RBI triple. Now, was that number 8 or number 26 for Dwyer that just made that throw? Huh? If the throw was made by number 8, that was Pratt. If it was made by number 26, that'd be Haley Taylor.
And now Jazzy Francik at the plate.
And again,
called strike one inside.
Folks, I will update the scoreboard after the inning ends. Currently, score is 9-0 Bulldogs. And that's going to be touch fair.
And it's going to be, yeah, like you said, Caleb, touched fair. And Jazzy's going to get a RBI single, gets McKella in. So now Alicia Thompson coming to the plate for the second time, the third senior in a row. You know, and you talk about, you know, the hitting on this team. It's a lot better hitting team than they did in the state championship team when they went. I mean, you're talking average 414, 440, 390, 302, 348, and 311 there by the seniors and the freshmen. And, you know, and you go down to the bottom of the order with the sophomores. They're lethal. They're a good, solid hitting team, Melbourne is.
You know, and look, we talked in that state championship team. It was heavily reliant on the defense. They could swing, but this team, I think statistically, when you look at it, I think swings the bat better than that.
I think the defense is there as well.
Yes.
But like you said, the bats are better than they had in that state championship team, and with the bats being better, you know, this Bulldog team can get themselves back to that championship.
You know, when it came to that state championship team, a lot of it was a lot of clutch, timely hitting.
Yes.
It wasn't as consistent as fans would have liked. This team, it's more consistent. You're expecting those deep drive hits.
And when Melbourne starts off 1, 2, 3, you know they're going to have a good inning when they get the first 3 on.
Correct.
Every game I've done, they get the first 3 on. They have an excellent game in what they're doing tonight. Taking it. I mean, that black trailer would have got another dent in it if that wind wasn't blowing 25 in.
Forget the black trailer. One of those windows in the press box might have had a hole in it.
Nah, they.
Right.
It wouldn't have got it. We do the upgraded hurricane windows for them if it broke. 2-2 the count to Miss Thompson.
And again, to the Dwyer fans tuning in, we do apologize if we sound like the Melbourne homers. We're you know, when your outfielders are making plays, I try to make sure I get their names in because they have made a couple plays that, let's be real, if a couple of those throws aren't made, this is already a 13-14 nothing game.
Oh, correct. And if Dover didn't make that catch out and left,
correct.
You know, that's easy. You know, and like you said, not taking nothing, they're a young team, but Melbourne is just hitting the crap out of the ball. I'm sorry.
Dwyer has just run into just one of those teams that, when you look at them statistically, you're like, this one could be a long one.
Tonight, yeah, Melbourne come out, they plugged in the old buzzsaw tonight, and they've been teeing off.
And again, nothing bad against, you know, either pitcher that has stepped in the circle tonight. They're trying what they can. I mean,
and I've been, you know, growing up, I've been on the other side that Dwyer's on. I've been there. Well, a lot of us have. You know, and it eats at you for a year, but you get over it. And Thompson's going to walk down to first, so runners on second and first for the Bulldogs.
Coming up on BSN tomorrow night, we got confirmation we will be at USSSA Stadium for Vieira and East River, a rematch of the district championship game, as East River upset the #1 seed in the region, Lando Lakes, which is why Vieira gets to host that playoff game in baseball action. Alan Slaughterzinski and myself will have the call for you at USSSA Stadium.
And we're going to have our third pitcher coming in the game for Dwyer. Caleb, you talked about, they had one senior.
Yes.
Now they're on their third pitcher in the inning. We got 2 on, 10 run. This game could be over in 2 or 3,
Well, it has to at least go 3.
Okay. But the statistics that you've been reading off that Alan does his homework on, that helps us out because, I can't do all this statistics that you guys can. I'm in the field every day working. I'm an electrician by trade, but I love coming to my alma mater to call these games. And I love the support that my local contractors give me, from Boys to Electric, Double D's Maintenance, to our partner tonight in Fatty Canazzi, stepping up. Folks, we have to pay the FHSAA a fee for every one of these playoff games. Yes. We don't make hardly pennies. We get a little bit of gas money off of it, and I'm going to be honest with you. That's all we get. We have to pay a big fee if you want us to broadcast each and every one of these games. So if there's another contractor out there, same thing with O'Galley, Rockledge, who's ever in the playoff, please talk to your local contractors, talk to your friends and family, step up, reach out to Alan, Caleb, or myself, and we'll give you the fee so we can get these games on the air. But without your support, we could not be here tonight. And tonight, Fatty Canazzi, Custom Cabinetry, helped us out so we could do this game.
Absolutely.
Nice pitch. Nice, good, strong pitch there. I've done a slide like that. I'm going to give her an A for effort. That was a flop over there, but she got to third base safely.
Currently in the circle is Louder Milk.
Whoa, that's going to get away. She's got some speed on it.
She is the sophomore with 54 and a third innings pitched, 31 strikeouts on the year.
Arnold now at the plate for the Bulldogs and fouls that one off. Dwyer's got to throw every soul they have at Melbourne to try to get back in this ball game here.
And right now, if you're Dwyer, you just focus 1 out at a time. All right, hey, we got 1 out. Let's go get a second out.
And a little chopper to third, going to be bobbled. Looks at the runner, and Arnold will be safe. Gets the RBI.
Yep.
Fielder's choice?
Well, there was no out recorded, so it couldn't be a fielder's choice.
Correct.
Sorry.
I would try not to give her an error. That's what I meant. That's what I was going on.
No, but unfortunately, we wouldn't be doing our job.
So another run in for Melbourne, and the runner over to third. And a big swing there by Ayala. Throw down to second. Cut short. Dwyer almost had the tag on Arnold, so Arnold now down to second. The only out is a fly out from Preto to the left fielder, Dover, on that diving catch. And a high rise ball out of the zone. 1-1 to Ayala. And I know her grandparents are watching, so I'd like to say hello to them. Ooh, big swing, big cut there by Ayala. Woo!
And Coach Odell just saying, hey, keep your mask to the ball.
Yeah.
She's focusing on where the ball's supposed to be, and she's trying to.
She took her head off of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, she stayed alive.
But you see, she made that adjustment on that bat. That her helmet face, eyeing that ball down is all the way up until it hits the bat.
She's looking at hell first on that last swing. She's like, yeah, this going, oh, no, it ain't going to be nice. But one heck of a freshman ball player. Rise ball out of the zone there. 2-2, 1 out. Melbourne up big here in this first round of the FHSAA playoffs. And Caleb Brown will give you all the statistics and everything that goes around with it. Big hit. Up. Oh, nice play. And Ayala is going to get nabbed at first, but gets the RBI in. Nice play by the shortstop over there, number 3 for Dwyer. And that was Kayla Jr.
That was number 3.
6-3 put out if you're scoring at home for the second out. And now at the plate, Haley Turner, the left fielder, got a single last at bat.
What I like that Kayla Sanoa it looked like she did. Even though she knew she was only going to first, she kind of got that stepping on second. She stepped on second as if there was a runner coming, and you know.
Yeah, no, she went through the motion.
Put herself through the motions of making that double play.
And a little dribbler out there. Can Dover get it? And Dover records the third out for Melbourne. So Melbourne scores 12, leaves 1 on. We go to the top of the second. Dwyer coming to bat. Caleb, go ahead.
All right, welcome you back to the Brevard Sports Network. And again, we'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor. As soon as I can pull up their read here, I got paperwork galore. Tonight's game is sponsored by Custom Cabinetry by Fatty. He's simply the best. For the best in residential and commercial kitchen and bath cabinetry, call Fatty. Office number is 321-242-9242, or reach Fatty by cell at 321-698-3584. Information is at the bottom of your screen.
And now at the plate is the lady in the circle for the Dwyer Panthers, Kayla, number 3. And Jazzy back out there in the circle. You know, and that's one thing you're going to see, you know, with that big of an inning, you know, when you have a good pitcher that has to keep that arm warm in the dugout. So we're looking for Jazzy to come out here and see if that arm's still hot. And right there, it pops the glove, so that arm's still hot, ready to go. 2-0 count, top of the second.
Miss Sanoa is hitting 254 with 16 hits on the season.
Not bad for the young lady.
One of the juniors on this squad.
Big cut there. 2-1 to count. So thank you all for tuning into the broadcast wherever you're watching around the world, and thank you to Fatty Canazzi Custom Cabinetry for your continued sponsorship of Brevard Sports Network. Called strike there at the knees. As always, I'm Double D Daryl Duran here at my alma mater with the man Caleb Brown, the Rockledge graduate.
Yeah.
You know,
Class of 2015.
Oh, whew, you're youngin'.
Yeah. Well, 27.
And swing and a miss. Strikeout for Melbourne there. 4th strikeout on the night for Miss Francik. Well, Harry, I'll make you feel young. The first baseman, me and her mom graduated 20 years ago.
I'm pretty sure we talked about that in the district
We did.
championship.
But I'm just letting you know.
I mean,
Hard to believe.
I mean, when you consider who I hang around with, I do feel pretty young. And there goes my paycheck.
And next up at the plate, number 5, Lily Lynch, the third baseman for Dwyer. Mr. Craig gonna get my good side, I know.
It's Lynch, the freshman, comes in batting .255 with 14 hits on the season.
Big cut there, 0-2, top of the second.
Look,
go ahead, Caleb.
Folks at home, look, we apologize. We don't sound like the most professional, but in a game like this, you kind of got to ad-lib some things, and we're gonna try to make you laugh, try to keep it interesting.
And even Mr. Craig said that was a good-looking pitch.
Listen, all I can tell you is that it missed because he said it missed.
So 1-2, 1 out here in the top of the second. Looking to bunt once again. And called strike 3. And we're going to have 2 outs here in the top of the second. Thank you to Custom Cabinetry by Fatty. Folks, if you want to check out some of his work and check out a new restaurant just opened up, go check out Jimmy Hula's up there at Pineda. You can see all custom cabinetry up there done by our sponsor, Fatty. Ball outside. And once again, folks, if you have a team that is still in the FHSAA playoffs, please reach out if you want it covered. We do have to let the state know that we're going to cover these games and get the okay.
I want to say that's one thing about our company. We don't just show up and say, "Hey, we're here."
Yeah.
We make sure it's cool with the athletic director. We make sure it's cool with the state. We try to keep everybody happy and make sure we have all the right approvals and things of that nature. We are a respectful company.
Jazzy delivers, nice pitch there, called strike. 2-1, 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Caleb Brown behind the man and the stats tonight. I am Double D Daryl Duran on the play-by-play. Big cut there.
Wait, Daryl. So are you saying I'm not the man? You said I'm behind the man. So is there another one in front of me? That's just
Caleb. I love you. It's not pick on Duran Day again.
Gotta have fun.
And she gets her to chase there, and another recorded strikeout for Miss Francik. And that's going to add to her total, and Caleb will have that during the break. But 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the second. Melbourne up big. So, Haley Cottrell up at the plate for the Melbourne Bulldogs for the second time in the second inning. A June Park, West Melbourne native. Back in my neck of the woods. Her grandparents are here watching tonight, Mr. Roger and Miss Diane. Seen them before the game. And that pitch is going to get away from number 25 that's in the circle. And that's going to be Loader Milk. And if we pronounce it wrong, we apologize. Just doing the best we can.
Well, and if we are pronouncing it wrong, please put the phonetic spelling in the chat, and we will look and get it corrected.
Cottrell brushed off the plate there. Called ball inside. 3-1 to count. I think Coach Dan's telling her if it's good, go ahead. But if it ain't, you better be taking.
That's ultimately the conversation here.
And inside, and she's gonna get down to first. She's walked twice tonight, so really no official at bat for Miss Cottrell, but has scored. And the center fielder Berkmeyer now at the plate with wind still howling out off the ocean here at the dog pound, about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Called ball. Cottrell trying to get down to second base. And Maddie Preto is in the on-deck circle for the Dogs. High rise ball gets away there from Loader Milk. Way outside there in the dirt. 3-0 count. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to watching these two in the first round of the FHSAA playoff game. And that's going to get away. And Dogs are going to have back-to-back walks on base here in the second. And coming to the plate, number 2, the third baseman, the junior, Maddie Preto. And in the on-deck circle is Miss Strike Zone, number 3, McKella. And good base running there by Melbourne, getting them down to third and second on a double steal. Preto now can bring in 2 with a base hit. Riley in the on-deck circle. The Kaiser commit. Never want to hear that helicopter come over top.
As cool it is just to watch the helicopter land on the roof of a building, it's also it's not cool at the same time because you know why it's landing.
I mean, sometimes they're bringing in a organ donation too in the helicopter.
Right.
So I mean, we wish whoever is what's going on the best here on Brevard Sports Network.
For our sake, let's just hope that's what it is. Let's hope we're watching an organ donation being made.
And Preto is going to get down to first on ball. So, Caleb, once again, I told the lady at bat she could hit me if she needs to. So watch your head.
Well, here's the thing. If she does that, that doesn't help the cause right now.
No.
So
they just stop it, and then they got to take me off the field.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not have that happen.
No, but Riley can get a big hit here and get a few more across the board for the Bulldogs. As we're going to have,
we have a new arm in the circle.
I think she's already been. See, I get confused because softball you can bring him in and out.
It's Haley Taylor.
So Taylor's going to be in the circle once again for Dwyer Panthers. Folks, we're going to let her warm up real quick. We'll be right back here in about 30 seconds.
All right, as we took that opportunity to get a drink of something wet.
And stepping into the box is the Kaiser commit, Miss Strike Zone, Riley McKella. Base is juiced. She's looking to make something happen. And it's going to go out in center field. She's going to get the sack. One throw's coming. One run scores. Dwyer throws down. Ooh, close play at third. Gets the out.
Great job there by the catcher to not give up on the overthrow. Realize the runner took off. Great throw from practically the backstop back against the fence all the way down to third base for the out.
So we're gonna I think Cottrell's gonna score.
Yes.
Burkmeyer will be out.
There's just a runner on second.
And
with 2 outs.
Preto will be on second. Riley gets the sack. That was the first out.
Correct.
Sack RBI. And Francik now at the plate with Preto on second base.
It's 13-0. Melbourne on top.
And that's going to be a 2-5 put out for the second out. Called right at the knees. So 1-1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. You know, that win could either help you or hurt you. You know, right there, got the sack. And we got one launched. She's going to get back, and she does not get it. Hustles it down. Jazzy's going to have a heck of a stand-up double. And scores Preto from second. So she's going to have a 3-hit night to help her cause. And Melbourne puts another one on the board. And Hurd will come in to run for the Bulldogs. And the third of 3 seniors comes to the plate for the third time tonight. Stand-up double based on balls. And Alicia Thompson now at the plate.
So just to set the record straight, and if anyone who doesn't know, Melbourne only needs to score one more run and then get through the next 3 outs without giving up one.
And a big knock there. And Hurd is going to be wheeled home. The throw's coming. Hurd's going to be in there safe. Thompson's going to have a stand-up double. And there's that run you were talking about, Caleb. So Melbourne, all they have to do is get through this inning and get through 3 outs with the next senior coming to bat. I mean, they're pulling it down the line. I mean, they're putting the bat head to the ball tonight. They're hitting the fat spot of the ball. You know, when Melbourne hits, they do great.
And what I like here is what we saw. Hold on, I want to make that we see the junior for Dwyer going out and talking to the freshman. You know, trying to keep her laughing.
Yeah.
Again, the Dwyer pitching staff was put in a tough spot coming up against this lineup.
And Arnold trying to pull it once again down third base. And I believe Harris is now at second, and Ayala is on the on-deck circle with senior Arnold at the plate. Big knock there. Is it going to get down? Nice catch out there in the outfield for the Dwyer Panthers. Nice hit by the senior.
That's the
just could not get down for the Bulldogs.
It's the center fielder.
Center fielder for Dwyer.
I want to make sure we get her.
And that was Cook with the catch. And Melbourne's going to strand one, but puts the necessary runs they need on the scoreboard, Caleb. So we're going to take just a break. Melbourne up big, going to the top of the third. And we're here at the top of the third inning. Dwyer now at the plate. Kylie Guthrie, the DH for the Dwyer Panthers.
Jazzy Francik and the Bulldogs looking to get 3 outs and have themselves an early night.
Big cut there by number 13. Falls behind in the count 0-2 as another airplane takes off from Melbourne International. I know people call it Orlando Melbourne. I don't.
It's Melbourne Airport.
Yeah. High rise outside. Jazzy's trying to get her to chase there.
So again, coming up tomorrow night, we will have baseball on tap for you here on the Brevard Sports Network from USSSA Stadium. Sorry, let me make sure I say that correctly. USSSA Space Coast Stadium. I don't need USSSA getting mad at me.
And another strikeout for Miss Francik. That's her 7th on the night. No one has reached base so far for Dwyer, and that was 7 up, 7 down.
It's 375
for the FSU commit. And now at the plate, Ava Pratt, number 8, the second baseman for the Panthers.
Francik closing in on 100 wins in her career.
Big swing and a miss there for Pratt. As you can hear, the Dwyer bench still into this game, trying to make something happen.
I love it. The team's still into it. The team's trying to have some fun in the dugout. I love it.
You know, long bus ride these ladies made. And a big cut there by Dwyer. 0-2, top of the third inning. Like to thank everyone for tuning into the broadcast tonight, watching from around the world here on your #1 leader for sports on the Space Coast. That's right, Brevard Sports Network is live at the Dog Pound for first round playoff softball action.
See the team communicating with each other, making sure everyone's on the same page. 2 strikes. The 0-2 count.
Jazzy's probably going to go right after her here. And gets her chasing out of the zone. Another strikeout on the night. You know, you talk about, you know, some early nights for pitchers. If they don't get a certain amount of pitcher, you'll probably see Jazzy over here still pitching probably 50 pitches after the game because you have to keep your arm used to that, you know. Sometimes not. You know, pitchers do their different things. And a big cut there for Emma Jasperson, the right fielder, number 33 for Dwyer.
I've seen Jazzy throw a complete game in the state semifinal and then come right back, turn around the next day and pitch almost the full game in a state championship. That arm of hers is resilient.
And a big cut there, and you know, I always refer to her, you know, with the strong arm of Kat Osterman from Texas. 0-2 count. Jazzy Francik to deliver, and that's gonna do it. The Bulldogs are going to win this one, folks, in 3. You know, they came out swinging. They got things done. They move on to the second round of the playoffs. We will have the brackets updated. We'd like to thank Fatty Canazzi Custom Cabinetry. If you want to check out some of his work, go up to Jimmy Hula's. All that cabinetry was done by our sponsor tonight, Fatty Canazzi.
And again, but before we log off, I want to make sure I give credit to some Dwyer players. We had Miss Cook out in center field, make herself a nice catch. Dover had herself an athletic catch in foul territory. And so, look, Stan Adele waving to the important one at home. But again, to Dwyer, this is a young squad. They got some skill,
yep.
and this is something that, you know, they can take some things away from, and you know, you look forward to the next season, and if you're the Bulldogs, well,
they move on.
The road to Claremont continues.
Yeah, road to Claremont continues. They just hope there's an upset that, you know, they don't mind going to Bartow, but they'd love to be home for the first 3 rounds.
Look, and Brevard Sports Network would love nothing more than to see an all-Brevard regional final, Melbourne Vieira, another chapter in the historic rivalry. But we'll see how it all plays out over the next couple weeks.
Tomorrow night you guys will be up for baseball action?
Yep. It'll be Vieira East River rematch of the district championship here in the regional semifinal. Live from USSSA Space Coast Stadium. Alan and myself will have the call for that one.
And folks, once again, if you have a team that is still in the playoffs, we need your support. We need the community support so we can broadcast these. So please reach out to your contractors, your businesses. Reach out to Alan, myself, or Caleb so we can get in contact with the state, the athletic directors, because this is not just we show up and do these games anymore like we do all season. We have to go through channels. We have to pay for the broadcast now because the FHSAA owns the rights to these games. But for tonight, Caleb, you did a great job with the stats and everything. I thank you again, and I'm ready to go enjoy my steak. So, for Caleb Brown, I am Double D Daryl Duran, signing off from my alma mater here at the Dog Pound. Melbourne wins big in round 1.